Ding dong YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I'm the Jobless Coder, and I don't know about you all, but I for one am so fucking fed up with the old, outdated, and archaic banking institution, the miles upon miles upon miles of red tape, and the arbitrary, nonsensical rules that exist surrounding everything and anything to do with money. So you better buckle up, because it's time for another rant.
Bitcoin is now up to $111.
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin falling sharply.
What you need is more Bitcoin.
Now, people that have been subscribed to this channel for quite a while will know that for the better part of a year, I've been buying amounts of Bitcoin. Every time I get my stimulus check from the government, I pay a portion of it into buying cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum. And I even made a video last year around this time when I still had a neck beard and looked like I was homeless, showing Canadians how they can purchase Bitcoin as well. Now, at the time I made the video, Bitcoin and Ethereum purchasing was not allowed on Wealthsimple. They later added that at a future date, so I'll probably make a follow-up video sometime in the future showing you how to do that. But the app that I used at the time was called Coinberry. There's a link in the description if you want to sign up for Coinberry. It'll get you a free $20 when you make a minimum of a $50 deposit into your account. And then you can watch my video on how to purchase Bitcoin on Coinberry. Now, whenever I make a purchase of Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies on the Coinberry app, I make a bank transfer from my bank that takes usually about 2 or 3 days for the money to deposit. And the reason for this is because, well, it's just the way it is. You know, I think it's retarded. You can send a text message halfway around the world to somebody in, God knows, Russia or wherever else, and it goes in an instant. But for whatever reason, anytime you're moving money around with a bank transfer, it usually takes 2 or 3 days. And the reason that people will tell you this is because they have to move the physical currency. But the truth is, there's no physical currency to be moved. 90% of the money that is in existence in your bank account doesn't even exist in physical currency. It's just ones and zeros on a computer. So if I can snap my fingers and send a text message to somebody on the other side of the world, I don't see why it is that I can't do the same with money. I think some estimates suggest that if every single person were to go to the bank today and withdraw just 10% of the money that you have in your bank account, just 10% of the money that you have in your bank account would be enough to cause the largest liquidity crisis the world has ever seen, because that money doesn't actually exist. Now, there are some other crypto exchanges that allow you to make purchases using your credit card or whatnot, and recently I actually got one of the Capital One MasterCards. Now, if you don't know, Capital One is a little bit different than other credit cards, because a normal credit card, you would go to the bank and you would apply for it, and then they would give you a certain amount of money, a limit on that card, based on a variety of different factors, such as the money you already have saved up in your bank account, the credit score you have, and the job and income status that you also have. So for me personally, someone who's got a credit score so low that it's practically zero, I can't do that. Anytime I've tried to apply for a credit card in the last several years, the bank has just flat out denied me the ability to get that because my credit is so bad and because I don't have a job, etc., etc. Capital One is a bit different though, because you pay the money up front. So if you want to have a card with $1,000 on it, you pay that $1,000 up front, and then they will give you a card with that limit, and then as you use it, you pay routinely. And the reason for this is it allows people who have bad credit, such as myself, to try and repair their credit. But what I wasn't aware was that there are certain stipulations and limitations on what you can actually do with that card. So I figured, now that I have this credit card, I might want to buy some cryptocurrency on an exchange that allows you to make purchases using a credit card, and then transfer that money into the Bitcoin wallet address that I have on Coinberry. So I went onto these exchanges and I tried to make the purchase with my credit card, only to have it denied. It said that there was insufficient funds on the card, and I thought, well, that's weird. I mean, there's like over $900 on this card, so I don't see why it would be telling me there's insufficient funds when I'm only trying to purchase a couple $100 worth of cryptocurrency. So I tried again. I thought, you know, maybe I got a number or something wrong. And again, it told me there was insufficient funds. So I tried on a different app with a different cryptocurrency exchange and a different payment processor, and once again my card was denied. So I phoned up Capital One trying to find out why it was that my credit card was being denied, and so I explained the situation to her, and then she put me on hold for a second, and the woman on the phone came back and she said to me, "Oh, were you trying to purchase crypto using this card?" And I said, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, is purchase cryptocurrency. She says, "Oh, well, that's not allowed. You're not allowed to purchase cryptocurrency." Why? Because God knows why! Apparently, it is against Capital One's policy to allow you to purchase cryptocurrency using their card. And I guess the reason for this is because cryptocurrency is a risky investment. And they want to quote-unquote protect your money because they think you're too stupid to know how to spend your own money effectively. This is literally no different than what happened at the end of January and the beginning of February when Robinhood shut down the trading of GameStop and AMC and a bunch of other volatile stocks. And they said, "Oh, well, we're doing this for your protection because we don't want you to lose money." That actually wasn't what happened, though. What happened was a liquidity crisis that Robinhood was facing. But most people don't understand money or finance or would know what a liquidity crisis was. So the default that they resorted to was, "We're doing this to protect you." Well, in the end, a lot of people found out that they lied and they were not too happy about the lie. You think these institutions give a flying fuck if you lose money? Do you think that if I took this credit card down to the local casino and I was making extremely risky bets on the credit card, betting $1,000 and losing it in 5 minutes at the blackjack table, do you think that Capital One would actually suspend the use of the card to quote-unquote protect me from my own stupidity? No, they wouldn't do that because they don't give a damn if you lose money. There are so many different things that you can find on the internet, posts on Reddit about some of the scams and fraud and things that people have accidentally fallen for, and then the fact that they try and contact Capital One and they try and get the money reimbursed, and Capital One doesn't do a damn shit to help them. So I don't believe for a second that the reason that they're blocking the purchase of cryptocurrency is because it's a volatile asset. And yes, cryptocurrency and Bitcoin is a volatile asset and it is a risky investment, but it's no more or less risky than spending your money on anything else, putting your money into an RSP or a 401k or giving it to an investment firm, I don't know, like Melvin Capital, who thinks that it's somehow appropriate to short the percentage of GameStop stock over 140%. But the real reason that they're blocking the purchase of cryptocurrency is because it threatens their bottom line. Institutions like MasterCard and Visa and whatever other banking institutions, Capital One, these places are threatened by cryptocurrency and the growing popularity of cryptocurrency. Because if everyone was to move all of their money and transfer all of their assets into Bitcoin, then they wouldn't have any more need for these institutions. So the real reason that they're blocking these transactions is not because they care about you or they care about protecting your money and your finance. It's because they're worried that it threatens their bottom line. Now, I don't care what your opinion of Bitcoin is, whether you think it's a scam, whether you think it's a pump and dump where, ultra wealthy billionaires like Elon Musk are going to hype it up on Twitter and other social media platforms, and then they're going to come out and they're going to say, I don't know, Bitcoin's not environmentally friendly anymore, and then the price is going to tank through the floor after they've sold out of all of their positions. I don't care what your opinion of Bitcoin is. I would hope that you support Bitcoin and people who buy into Bitcoin if for no other reason than it provides a threat to these corrupt and outdated institutions. I don't need protection from my investments. I need these banking institutions to burn. But nonetheless, I was determined to use my credit card in one way or another to purchase some cryptocurrencies. I asked the woman on the phone whether or not this was MasterCard's policy or it was Capital One MasterCard's policy. And I asked her this question several different times in several different ways, and I never really got a straight answer from her that gave me, the feeling that I knew exactly what the answer was. I don't really know if this is a Capital One policy or whether it's a MasterCard policy that transfers over to Capital One. But nonetheless, I decided, maybe I'll go down to the local gas station and pick up a Visa prepaid card instead to buy the cryptocurrency with. So I went down to the local 7-Eleven and I grabbed a $200 Visa card, and when I went up to the counter, the woman on the other side asked me how it was that I was going to be paying for this, and I told her on credit card, and she said, well, I'm sorry, sir, you can't do that. Apparently, it's against 7-Eleven's policy to allow you to purchase credit cards using other credit cards. And you wonder why the price of Bitcoin hit 78,000 Canadian dollars this year. This is the reason why the price of Bitcoin is going to be going over $1 million very shortly, is because enough people have had it up to here with the arbitrary, nonsensical rules that exist for no other reason than to make life difficult. If a scammer was to try and fraudulently purchase credit cards at the 7-Eleven using a fraudulent credit card that they had purchased off the dark web or something like that, if they're going to go to the effort to do that, they might as well go to the effort to fraudulently purchase a debit card, which you can use to purchase credit cards at the gas station. Or better yet, they can just buy counterfeit dollar bills and use that to purchase it. I don't think for a second that this is actually stopping and preventing the scamming of, credit cards by purchasing it on other credit cards. All it does is it makes life a whole hell of a lot more difficult for people like me who are not trying to defraud the credit card system. I have a legitimate credit card with money on it, and I'm not allowed to purchase another credit card using it for no other reason than bullshit. But none of these rules exist when you're purchasing things with Bitcoin, because Bitcoin has no rules. You can purchase hookers and blow with Bitcoin. Use Bitcoin to hire an assassin on the internet to kill your family.
It's fun for the entire family. Bring the kids. Get them involved in cryptocurrency. Liquidate their college funds and buy the coin. The hell with your sick mother.
That last part was a joke, by the way. Seriously, don't actually hire assassins on the internet. That was a joke that I heard Tim Dillon make, so calm down there. Calm down. It's just a joke. Don't hate me. Tim Dillon's comedy, if you're not aware, can best be described as something that would probably make the Joker laugh. He has a very dark sense of humor. But that's about all I have for this video. I just wanted to let you know that Capital One MasterCard hates you and your money. And I don't want to rag on them too hard, because the truth is that they are pretty much the only credit card that you can go with when you're in a position such as mine. Other places wouldn't even let you have a credit card, let alone dictate what you can and cannot buy with it. But I also wanted to end the video by showing you the new flag that I have up as my backdrop. This is artwork that I made a couple months ago, and then I ordered a flag. And I realized somebody mentioned it on the weekend when I was downtown at the protest that I spelled tread wrong, so I'm going to have to refix that and re-upload the artwork for it. Oh well, I guess this one will just end up being a misprint. I'm going to be shipping one of these to Tim Poole, and hopefully he can put it up in his beanie compound next to his other traditional Gadsden flag that he's got in his whatever garage skateboard park that he has there. So make sure to look out for it in one of his future videos with Cass Castle or whatever. I am selling these as well as the shirts on Redbubble, and there'll be a link in the description if you're interested in getting one for yourself. Other than that, thank you for watching the video, and until then, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.